Hello, hello, friend. Welcome back. It is time to do another research video on jeans. So the last one I did $500 and up. This one I capped it at $500, and all of these are worth right at that $500 mark. So I didn't get very far below because there are a lot of jeans that are worth $500 a pair. So I actually am going to throw in some overalls in here. There's a skirt. So there's a couple of other not just jeans in here, and you will learn a lot of new name brands to look out for. You'll learn styles to look out for. So if you are a reseller, this is definitely something you want to know. Jeans are something that are absolutely everywhere. So let's go ahead, take a look. These are 20 jeans that sold for $500 on eBay in the last 3 months. All right, real quick before I get started, I normally talk about this at the end. I'm just going to take a minute or two to go over it with you real quick before we get started. So if you do not know about Resellers Edge, which is a group by Kaylee Elaine, she is another YouTube content creator. She sells only clothes. So myself, clothing is just a very small part of my business. Kaylee has started a group that is for support. It is to kind of grow your knowledge. She has a really big database of bolos to look out for with the tags. Absolutely amazing when you're in this group. You can post questions, get help with keywords for listing clothing items. I am horrible at keywords on clothing items. So the bolo list itself is worth the cost of it. So I'm going to put the link down in the comments to Resellers Edge along with my code for a discount. Try it out for a month. I think you will be amazed at the value and all of the education that you will get from this group. So definitely check it out. And now let's go ahead and take a look at these 20 jeans that sold for $500. All right, we are starting off with these vintage Disney by Zhao Zhao high-rise comic graphics. If you see something that looks like this, pick it up. I can tell you that, no matter what the brand is. So this one sold for that best offer on $475. Graphics, color, it is Disney. So here you can see amazing condition, made exclusively for Disney by Zhao Zhao. And these are in great condition. Do not pass something like this up if you see it. Really, really great sale coming in close to that $500 mark. Next up is a name that I am not familiar with, and that is Philip Plain. And these are studded detailing straight leg blue jeans. These sold for a best offer on $479. You can see that 1978. That's the best year ever because that's the year I was born, just saying. We'll take a look here. Here's that Philip Plain tag. So my thrift store marks on the tags like this in Sharpie. So I think somebody might have found this at a thrift store. How amazing would that be to find a $500 pair of jeans at the thrift store? So remember the name. You can see those P's there. Great name to remember. An amazing sale close to that $500 point. Up next is another name that I did not know, and that is Ironheart. So these are Ironheart 805 denim. These are overalls. So watch for denim overalls. I've sold quite a few pairs of overalls at really, really good price points. These sold for $495. So here you can see, and again, these are a 36, so pretty standard size. In my experience, the bigger sizes will sell for more. So those I will pick up even with quite a bit of like wear to them. This pair looks like they're in pretty good shape though. There's that Ironheart on the back of these. But these are something I definitely would pay up for, and this was an excellent sale at $495. Next up is a pair of vintage 60s Lee Sanforized Carpenter double knee pants, 36. It does say vintage rare grail. These sold for $499. So these are, you know, your typical, almost like a dark khaki cargo. You can see that Lee Sanforized. I cannot say that word. Union made in the USA. These look like they are pretty much brand new. it says there are flaws. You can see wear on the button and the zipper, which is going to happen with age. These are 50-year-old pants. But overall, for the age, these look to be in great condition. Up next is a pair that would have caught my eye, but this is not a name that I am familiar with, and that is Invisu. And these obviously look different, right? These are white paint, dark wash, button fly. They sold for a best offer on $500. So we'll take a look at these a little bit closer. So it basically looks like paint was spilled on them. There is that tag. That is what you need to remember, the Invisu. You can see these are from year 2008. They are 36, so another common size again. I could never see myself wearing these, but definitely remember this Invisu. There is the interior tag for that one. And they are made in Japan, and excellent, excellent sale. Best offer on $500. Next is a jean skirt. So we didn't have any jean skirts in the last video. So this is a Polo Ralph Lauren embroidered dragon storybook maxi distress skirt. Sold for $490. Really, really cool dragon there on the middle. I went a little crazy there clicking. You can see a little bee and flowers. How incredible is this? These are Ralph Lauren. There is the tag, 100% cotton. You can see the Ralph Lauren on the pocket there. Look at the little mushroom and the little grasshopper. This is a really, really cute skirt. An amazing, amazing sale. $500 for a jean skirt. So don't pass over looking at the jean skirts. Here is another fun one, and another one that is not your traditional jeans. So this is rare vintage 60s hippie USA Wrangler Peter Max Bell bottom jeans, size 9-10. These sold for a best offer on $499. They're super cute. Look at all the little fruit. And you can see there the Peter Max and the Wrangler on the pockets. There's that Wrangler size 9-10. Really, these are so super cute, and definitely a great sale at that $500 point. More fun stuff. Look at how much fun stuff is in this video. This is a fun one. This is a super rare vintage Big Smith Union made overalls that says vote, 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 vote. Sold for best offer on $499. This, with election time coming up, definitely I can see why it would sell right now. Do not pass it up if you see something like this. And also remember that name, Big Smith. Amazing, amazing sale on these, close to $500. Next up are some samurai jeans. These are new. I didn't put a ton of new in here, but a few new did come up. So these are S5000 KA2 persimmon jeans. These are size 31, so they are smaller. These sold for a best offer on $500 as well. There you can see that samurai tag, all rights reserved, and it has the lot number. And this is another pair made in Japan. So definitely keep an eye out for jeans that are made in Japan. There are quite a few brands that sell very, very high. And remember the name Samurai. Next up are some Acne Studios Trompe digital printed chain jeans, 1981. These sold for $500. And you can see like distressed paint splatter. Really, really neat jeans. So all of the chains and everything is all screen printed. So watch for stuff that looks different. There you can see that Acne Studios. And here is the tag from the inside. And these sold for $500. Up next is a name that you should know, because Tom Ford is a higher end brand. So these are Tom Ford straight fit denim and indigo 29. So another smaller size on these. They look to be almost brand new. It does say that they are used though. So, or no, they are new. They are new. Pay attention, Cap. Pay attention. So there's a Tom Ford. So brand new with tags. I am sure retail, these are really, really expensive. But keep an eye out. You really never know what you're going to run into in the thrift stores. And these sold for a best offer on $495. Next up are some Capital Oakabilly straight leg patchwork embroidered jeans. These are pre-owned. They're size 34. They sold for $500. No best offer on these. I don't think you can see that Capital tag there. I'll try and make it a little bigger. They didn't zoom in on it, but this was not a name I was familiar with. So definitely one to keep an eye out for, and great price point there at $500. Next up is vintage Big E Levi's. If you do not know about vintage Big E Levi's, please remember this. These are money. So these are 34 by 32 and they sold for $500. You can see there are holes, there is wear, and these are button fly. And here you can see the inseam. I'm trying to see if we can get a good picture of that Big E. Here it is. So there is that Big E. That is what you were looking for. I believe they have made some newer ones with the Big E. So you do need to do a little bit of research. With a lot of these jeans, I can spot that they're vintage a mile away. But watch out for Levi's Big E. And this one was a great sale. Up next is another pair of Capital Country. These are gem studded. So none of the Capital Country came up in the first video I did. And at this $500 point, quite a few did. So here you can see that Capital tag again. These have got like little studs and rhinestones on them. So they're kind of, I want to say bejeweled or adorned. There, oh, look, we can see the Capital Country tag. Look at this, another Japan brand. Guys, watch for jeans made in Japan. That is a key takeaway from this video. And these were an amazing sale. Best offer on $500. Up next are some more vintage Levi's. These are 501 dark wash red line selvage jeans. These sold for a best offer on $500 as well. Here you can see these. There is the stitching as well as the tag. There's the Levi's and that original tag. So again, guys, please make sure you're checking Levi's when you're looking at jeans, because a lot of these don't look overly incredible, but they are worth a lot of money. Up next are some vintage Lee Frisco jeans. So these are 60s, 70s. These are another union made. So that's kind of another thing that you guys can keep an eye out for. So these are Talon zip, new with tags, 38 by 29. These sold for a best offer on $500 as well. Again, all of these jeans are right at that $500 point. These you can see $24.99 tag. They were on sale $12.99. But they sold for a best offer on $500. There is the Talon zipper. So that is something to keep an eye out for as well. And here you can see these aren't like your classic jeans. These are almost more like work pants. Next up are some more overalls. I told you guys there would be overalls in here. These are Crown overalls, union made, USA denim, vintage headlight. See pics for sizes. So when you get vintage stuff, some of those sizes might be off a little bit. So you definitely want to show measurements. These sold for $499. And Crown is not a brand I was familiar with, but again, that's another union made. So union made in Japan. These are Crown. Remember that brand. This was an amazing sale at $499. Next up are some Louis Vuitton jeans. And of course, Louis Vuitton's going to be high, but I don't think you can't find them. You might. So these were actually an auction. This is a UK seller. This one was a 7-day auction and it was started at 99 cents. 99 cents into US dollars, 485. 37 bids. So there's that Louis Vuitton mark. So this is something else I will, again, remind you guys, if you find stuff like this, I would advise getting it authenticated. Costs you about $30, but you do not want to be selling fakes. And look at this. The Louis Vuittons are made in Japan. So Louis Vuitton, we know. I wanted to show you this. And again, remember Japan. All right, we have got 2 left. This is Rick Owens, and this is another brand I didn't know. These are dark shadow jeans, Detroit gray. These are made in Italy, which is not something we have come across yet in this video, but definitely something I always tell you guys to keep an eye out for. These sold for $4.99. Here you can see the Detroit cut and the made in Italy. Here is the Rick Owens tag, which doesn't say Rick Owens. So remember this lovely lady here when it comes to that, because I do not see the name Rick Owens on these. But that is something that you would be able to identify using Google Lens. So definitely remember that tag, and remember stuff made in Italy as well as Japan. I hope you didn't think that I would do a jean video without a pair of JNCOs. This is a pair of JNCO Jester's Grail 34 by 30 vintage faded tribal. These sold for a best offer on $500. There were a lot of $500 and up JNCO jeans, and some of them can be really valuable. These are something that I might put on auction if I found them. So remember JNCO for sure. These, you can see the wear down there on the bottom. But that Jester is definitely something that's popular with the JNCO jeans. And again, there's your tag. You want to remember to do measurements. You can see they're showing the leg width. That's pretty important on these JNCOs. And great sale, $500. JNCO is definitely one of the top selling brands. All right, that is the end. I hope you enjoyed. Again, don't forget, go check out Reseller's Edge if you are a clothing seller. Even if you're not a primary clothing seller, great educational content and resources to learn more and increase your income. Definitely a lot of value there, so go check that out. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on the next one.